Alrighty guys, welcome back to the channel. So today's video is just finishing off what we were doing last week, well the other week. So did the radiator and all the cooling system stuff. The car then got parked out on Tuesday when I went back to work and starter motor shit itself. So that was off to a great start. So I sort of thought about it, obviously swapping the driveline from the black car into this. I thought, you know what? Screw it, not gonna bother buying a new starter. Anyway, they're only $100, so I bought a new starter because I need to race this at Willowbank. So bought a new starter for it. I've also got a new condenser, which I'm supposed to be fitting, but thinking about it more, it probably doesn't make sense to fit the new condenser because I'm gonna have to degas it, fit the new condenser, regas it, only to pull all of that out again when I get the engine bay painted. So just gonna leave that one that's in it for now because it does work. It's just a bit gross. So leave that. The new condenser can go in once the bay's painted and the new motor goes in it. So yeah, gonna fit the starter today. I've got a set of headlights I picked up off Marketplace, just because these ones are a little bit gross now. I did restore them in a previous video, but as you can sort of see, they're getting yellow again. Anyway, and I was supposed to be picking up a boot lid, or looking at a boot lid at least, from that guy as well. But he sold it the day before I got there, so wasted Cole's morning going to pick him up in the ute when I could have just taken the Tesla if I knew the boot lid was already sold. Anyway, so still chasing a gear garnish if anyone knows one that's cheap. I found one on eBay, $250. Otherwise, they're like $400 on Marketplace. So honestly, never thought I'd have to pay that much for a 20-year-old garnish for a boot lid. Anyway, also ordered something else, which I think I said in a previous video, but that arrived this week. So as you know, car used to be XTT747 in Melbourne. It's now going to be XTT747. So a little bit of a play on words there. Victoria the place to be, Queensland the place to be. I did try and get Victoria the place to leave, but they denied it for slander. So anyway, the colour's a little off. It was either that or really dark blue, and the dark blue almost looked black. So I took a risk on the lighter blue, and it's close enough. But anyway, that'll work. So today is, yeah, fit the headlights. This headlight sort of tucks in behind the guard a little bit much. So I'm gonna try and pull the panel out a little bit that it bolts the headlight to so I don't mess up the new headlights. So yeah, new headlights, put the bar on, fit the plates, and I'm just gonna have to zip tie one of the plates to the back because I don't have a garnish to screw the thing to. So I'll do the best I can there, and yeah, change the starter motor. That's about it for today. So be a short one. I will be making changes to the way I do videos as well. Previously, as you know, I do video over a weekend. Unless it's completely irrelevant topics, I join all those videos into one video. Ends up being like hour and a half. What I'm gonna probably be doing going forwards is every day that I film will be its own separate video. So splits them into more like 20, 30-minute videos. Then if I release them during the week, you don't have to try and sit there and watch a 1.5 hour video on a Wednesday night or something, on a school night. So yeah, we'll get today's video smacked out. We've got a bunch of videos all edited, ready to go to start being released. At least 2 a week till I sort of catch up a bit, because I'm like 6 weeks ahead. I'll go to an event, make a video. By the time I release it, it's like the next event's already come and gone. No more events for the rest of the year in the black car. Gonna put this thing back together. I gotta go Willowbank in this, race it, and then pull everything out, sell the motor, box, all that stuff. Get the bay prepped for paint, get the bay painted, and start swapping the motor over Christmas, hopefully. So that's the rough plan. See how that goes. Anyway, let's get into today's video and get everything sorted. So we'll start with the starter motor, because that's the only thing actually stopping this car from driving. We'll get the battery terminal ripped off, go up and change out the starter. The benefits of this car not being overly molested is that nothing too crazy going on here. Still got a good connector on the starter trigger wire, still got the boot, a couple of bolts, out she'll come. We'll get that ripped out now. Should probably be the original Ford starter from back in the day. I doubt there's gonna be an angle I can get of trying to undo that with a phone. So I'll just rip it out and yeah. Now we've got to remember, is there 3 bolts or 2? 2, awesome. That's easy. So she's a little bit smaller than stock. If you line up the lengths, she comes in a little shorter.
That's what she said.
It's not heaps, but it's a little bit. It could just be that little dick sticking out the back of it too, but anyway. Bolt pattern looks good, looks the same, because never trust parts stores to actually give you the right parts. They always give you wrong stuff the first time. So let's whack it in, see how we go. No, I did not forget to put the battery terminal back on. So previously it would just click when you hit the starter, it would just click the solenoid and wouldn't move. All right, we're back to cooking with gas. Beautiful. Gotta love the sound of that turbo. Sounds like a bloody Bell helicopter. Alrighty, moving on. So definitely forgot to tighten that clamp last week, but it doesn't matter, it was just to move the car around. What I will probably do is whack at least one more bolt in this condenser just so it doesn't flop around too much and damage the new radiator. Then we're going to rip these headlights out. This headlight fits good. Well, as good as a BA headlight would fit, but not too bad. This one, on the other hand, is pretty bad. So it tucks right in behind the guard. So the thing is though, is it mounts to the guard. So the guard is also mounted there. So I'm going to try and either have to space it a bit forward or just see what the other headlight that I've got looks like, because I'll see if it wants to sit under it. I may just have to try and pull this forward or whatever, because it's had a little bit of a hit here. I'm assuming that's pushed back ever so slightly. This is a little bit crinkled here, but doesn't look like it's totally moved or anything. There's no kinks in this or a tiny little ripple there. But it looks like it's already been pulled forward a bit. So we'll put the new headlight in and just see how it wants to sit. Tighten that, add another bolt to the condenser, front bar back on. Then I think we're done for the day. Nice short video today. All right, so it does look like that headlight was cracked. That mount was pushing back. So the headlight was sitting further back than what the mount wants it to. But there is quite a bit of damage here. Try and get a torch on that. Yeah, there's quite a bit of damage there actually, which we could probably get fixed when we do the engine bay painting. But I think that's actually not too bad. I'll pull this. I think it's just the top of that needs to come forward a bit, just to keep that headlight further forward. So if you can see that, it's pushing back ever so slightly. So I'll pull that forward and see if that makes the headlight sit better. So I've pried it a bit forward with a shifter. It's a little bit more upright. I'm just going to give it a little bit of a whack with a hammer. I think from the inside we'll just pull that all forward a little bit more. And then I'll just give it a spritz with a spray can over all the rust and stuff. Just, again, it's not going to make it perfect, but it's going to make it better. Might have moved it a little bit. Anyway, let's give this all a quick lick of paint and start on the other side while this dries.
What's this? Okay, I like it, Picasso.
Right, so some of this wiring was a little gross. I've started cleaning it up a bit. That's my 2 headlight. That's my 2, that's the high beam, low beam, sorry. High beam, low beam. Parkers, the Parkers were they were teed off to go to the cornering lights and stuff. I don't think this was me, because that's an aftermarket. That's like what I put in the other BA, so that wasn't me. So I'm gonna just cut that again, re-crimp that, because it's all soldered and crusty and gross and absolutely putrid. It's just twisted actually, or barely soldered. It's just absolutely crap. So I'm just gonna crimp them back together. Beautiful. Look at that. This could have been a 4-part video series if I took my normal time. Alrighty, they're both done. This is ready to roll. Tighten my clamp. Added my bolt. This is all ready to roll. Actually, first things first, I'm gonna plug these in and make sure they work. 1, 2. Beautiful. Alrighty, this one's all done. Just do a light check on camera. So Parkers, low beams, high beams, indicator, just try and reach the key. Indicator's good, sweet. Alrighty, so that headlight's all in and tight. And we've got that alignment perfect. Just sits just in that little bit. Doesn't touch anywhere. Everything looks good. Doesn't wiggle, it's all secure. Beautiful. So this will be an absolute terrible job, but you know how it goes. Good enough. Just takes your eye off all the white. Once the plate's on, it won't be as bad. All right, let's try and fit this front bar without destroying everything. Now, These clips are completely destroyed, so I'm not too concerned about how this fits, but I'd like to get it somewhat lined up if possible so we don't destroy these new headlights. Alrighty. There's effectively nothing left to hold all along here. So we'll just go with a screw this way to hold it. Almost nothing left of this bracket. We'll have to go with a screw through the side of it. And then possibly a screw up into the guard here. But I'll go get some more screws. Now we're going with some fairly big headed button screws and a novelty oversized screwdriver bit so that we can actually get to all these. So I'll probably have to do a lot of this off camera because I probably won't be able to line the camera up.
No way, we got you.
Really nowhere to mount that. That should be enough. We'll try and run this second screw in more. Alright, that is pretty damn secure now. That'll do for what we need. Alright, chrome grill back in. And then just gotta refit this little screw to hold this side of it because the tab's broken. Done. Should have probably done this first. So that definitely goes on first. Alright, chrome grill coming back out. Alright, this bit going back in. Now the chrome grill going back on. Screw it back in. Alright, now the one missing thing. Chuck in these number plates. I'm gonna go get some more screws. Nice and crooked. Let's readjust that. Who cares? The rest of the car's very crooked too. Beautiful. Alrighty, she's back together. Everything lines up okay. The grille and the bonnet are pretty messed up, but the headlight fits perfect now, so that's a good sign. The plates are on. This headlight fits okay. It's a little far away from the guard just at the top there, but good enough. Beautiful. Goes back to being a slightly more presentable car now. So one last thing I still need though, obviously, is the garnish, but what I'm saying here was, even if I just get a standard top trim, they bloody stole my little plastic bits that hold the number plate. So I'll probably have to buy a full gear garnish and find something to stick in there to let the plate screw to, like a back of a zip tie or something just to hold it in place. And yeah, then we'll get the back plates on and can start driving this again. But guys, that is going to end this week's video. So got everything done that I needed to do, I'm pretty sure, unless I forgot something, which I'll notice when I'm editing. But she's mostly all back together and she's XTT747 again. So hopefully next video, taking this thing to Willowbank or something probably for this. Don't really have any plans for the black car other than pulling it apart at some point. So thanks guys for watching. Catch you on the next video.